Hey guys, today we have the Toyota Highlander 2024 edition XLE. Let's get into the specs right away. MSRP on this is $44,605. This has a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine and it has an 8-speed automatic and it's front wheel drive, though you can get all-wheel drive. This has 265 horsepower, 310 torque, getting you 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds. This gets 22 city, 29 highway, or 25 combined, and this weighs just a pound under 4,200 pounds. On the outside, we have this in magnetic gray metallic. Just a good color on this, just simple, not too dark, not too light, of course. It's kind of like a grayscale color. The wheels, we have 18-inch machine finish wheels, as they call them. But yeah, just kind of fit the car, simple. Can't go wrong with this either. On the front, we have the LED tail lights, so just fit the car. You have the daytime running lights in there too. You have the fog lamps right below that too. The whole front bumper, just good design, Toyota symbol, dead center. You have like this kind of like, not black mesh, but just black front grille. And yeah, just has simple design as you would expect. On the back side, we have the tail lights, and then we also have all the badging. If you notice, the XLE, the Toyota symbol, and also the Highlander, all blacked out, so kind of more of a stealthy design. At the top, you also do get a spoiler, so just kind of fits the car. Bottom, you don't really have a diffuser. I was actually gonna accidentally say that. That's why I mentioned it now, but just so you know. And open up the trunk, you have two options. You can open it up here from inside the car, of course, or you just simply just kick below here. So I made a mistake actually. You actually have to do the kick really quickly. So let's just say groceries in hand again. Go to like the center of the car, kick it quickly, and it should open up the trunk at this point. As it opens up, you can actually see we get about like 16 cubic feet of space with the third row up. But let's say you need a lot more. And I actually want to show down here real quickly. So just bring this up real quick. You see we have like the owner's manuals, but a little bit of space. And you do have like this whole bar thing, which we can like place up here, which kind of just hides any like belongings or groceries, which is just nice to have. But at this point, you can actually bring them down. You have like two levers, one on each side. Bring down that one and this one too. And you can see it's decently flat and it's kind of nice that it has like this whole little bendable thing. But at this point you could throw your groceries or any extra things and you get about like 48 cubic feet of space, or also throw down the captain's chairs and that gets you about like 40 or about 80 cubic feet of space. So that's really good to have. And you can actually see it's quite flat all the way up to the captain's chair. So maybe a big TV you just bought or anything you might just need to throw back in there. But at this point we can do the trunk challenge. So inside the trunk now, you can actually see how it might be if you're sitting back here or if you have a dog. So let's say they have their head in here. You do also have two AC vents back here, which is good to have, of course, for the third row seats, but maybe for your pet as well too. So to close up the trunk, you simply just press it up here, brings it back down, and it closes up the trunk nicely. Getting inside the car, you have two options. You have the physical key, and you also have like the digital key, of course, in case you get for the model. I think it's like a subscription model, which it's unfortunate that they charge you for that, but I guess it's good to have in case you need it. But getting inside the car at this point, open this up. We have some just usual controls, but on the seat, we have 3 controls. So you have like the bottom, so you can raise that and like make it go forward as well too, the backrest, and you also have the lumbar control. But at this point, let's get inside the car and I'll show you all the cool things that we get inside, of course. So inside, we have a nice steering wheel in front of us. On the steering wheel, it looks like we have a leather wrapped steering wheel. We do get a little bit of plastic in the middle, Toyota symbol. Music controls mostly on the left side, and the right side is kind of like more of the cruise controls. And then right behind that, we do get like a decent screen. So again, in case you have to see anything, RPMs, your speed, or if you want to see like your music or anything you might need on the middle screen, which is good to have. So between you and your front passenger, you also have your display, 12.3-inch display. This is the upgraded one, in case you're wondering. And I will say it's kind of interesting that they put the volume really close to the passenger side compared to the previous car that we saw. It was all the way on the left side, which is kind of interesting on the placement that they have it on. Below that, we have the AC control, so you can actually adjust it for the front people. You have dual climate control and also adjust it for the back. So to adjust it for the back, you just simply press the rear button here, go up and down, which is kind of good in case maybe your kids are asleep or they don't want to adjust the AC on their own back there. You do also have heated seats on the front, so on the left side you kind of have like 3 modes, which kind of releases the bacon from the seats. And then in case you need to charge your phone, you also have wireless charging. Just pop it in there. There's like a little tab, which is kind of nice, so it kind of lines it up. Have it there and it starts charging and lets you know on the screen, of course, as well too. Below that, we have another place you could put your phone. Maybe you don't want to charge it and you just want to have it just kind of hidden, which is good to have so you don't text, of course, while you're driving. And on the right side of that, you have 3 ports. You have 1 regular USB port, 2 USB-C ports for charging, and a 12-volt. We have 2 cup holders, and I will mention these won't pass our big water bottle test. So again, I have my 40-ounce hydro flask. Try to put it in there. They don't fit on either, so you simply just have to put it on your passenger seat or throw it behind you as well, of course, too. Left side of that, we have the Prindle, just simple design, leather wrap. And behind that, we have the 3 drive modes. So we have the sport mode, normal mode, eco, and of course, it just gives you a little bit more sporty feel or a little bit more smoother, like steering wheel if you're more in eco mode. You have your snow controls, traction control, in case you want to go crazy on your Highlander. You do get decent power, so I guess you could have some fun. You have the park hold, and then you also have the parking brake. And then for your armrest, it's kind of interesting. Most you do usually like they pop up. This one you actually kind of just press on the button and it kind of goes backwards. Kind of reminds me of the thing that you have sometimes in the kitchen, but yeah, kind of opens up and it's pretty deep. I actually have like, let's say a water bottle here. I have my Costco water bottle. I'm not trying to get sponsored, but that would be nice. But if you see it, it goes all the way down there and it fits like really nicely. And there's also a 12 volt in there. If you have a lot of things to throw in there, maybe, I don't know, snacks in case, you could just simply just throw them in there. And then you also do have the powered moonroof on this one. So if you look up a little bit, you can actually see that a little bit. And then I will mention a little cool thing. I'm actually not entirely sure if this is what it's for, but you do of course have your sunglass holder, but you also have like this little reflective thing. If you like pop it up, not all the way up, it locks here. And I guess instead of just seeing your kids, let's say on the rearview mirror, it shows it a lot lower, which is actually maybe very helpful in case, I don't know, your kids always like messing around in the car if you want to see if they spilled something in the back. So I'm gonna step inside at this point. This is already my driver's side position. So you can actually see, we get 2 captain's chairs back here. I have my knee room is good, headroom's all right. You do also have some storage back here. I actually wanna just mention that real quick. Maybe throw some snacks, of course, too, for your kids. But this one gets the captain's chairs. You can bring down the armrest. I think it's a funny name not to call them captain's chairs, but besides the point, you also can get the full bench seat. So, and the really nice thing about Toyota, I guess, is that they don't charge you for that option. So you can actually get the captain's chairs or the bench seat for the exact same price. You do have 2 cup holders in the center. You have some space in case you want to throw some things here, maybe your phone. And then for the AC controls, of course, you have fully adjustable back here, so you can adjust of course the temperature and the fan speed. And then way down below, you do get like 2 USB-C ports in case you want to open those up and of course charge your phone. And then if you have to sit in the back seats, actually we'll just show there's 2 ways. You can actually go to the center here. I won't entirely make a fool of myself because I already did it before and it looked kind of funny. But you can also like press down on the buttons and you can actually bring down the seat real quick. So to bring down the seat, simply just bring it down on the lever. And then at this point, there's a little other second piece that you have to press down. This point makes it a lot easier to kind of jump over this and sit back there. If you actually want to see what it looked like back there. Might be a little bit dark, but just kind of just show you that it can actually fit back here. And if I bring back up the seat, oh, it is pretty tight. My knees are pretty high up, but if I really need to have 2 adults back here, it's really possible. Or I guess you could try to do for 3, but I'd probably only shoot for 2. And one quick thing to mention, maybe you don't want to tint the windows, you don't want to pay for that. This also already has built-in like sunshade. So just simply just bring this up, of course, and you can have sunshade for your kids or adults as well too, of course. Getting onto the drive, so car drive is normal as you would expect, nothing crazy. It's not crazy smooth, but not crazy bad either. It's just very simple, just like driving feel vehicle. It does also have the Mac first and struts, as I keep mentioning on all the other, I think Toyota and Lexus vehicles, I believe. But yeah, just drive smoothly. Agileness of this, I think just drive simply. I think wherever you point it to kind of just goes, not excessively sporty, but it just goes kind of where you point it as well too. Noise installation on this car, I think it's very standard. Again, I think a lot of things on this car are pretty standard. And I will also mention also the sound system. This one has a basic one, though I do think you can get the JBL system in case you want a more upgraded system. But I think for this, I think the bass was good as I've listened to it. Pretty clear for the most part, and I usually try to keep the settings pretty flat, but of course you could always add more bass or more treble if you want to hear, I guess the words a little bit better. But it does make it a little sharper, which I'm sure you know when you increase the treble. And final thing for the safety systems, yeah, there's a lot of safety systems. I think this has the SafeSense 2.5. So if you want to just look at them real quick, just gonna quickly flash them up. Quite a bit of safety features, and again, as usual, I kind of just like that Toyota just has a lot of safety features standard on this. Quick thing to know, this does have a good amount of horsepower, so if you actually have to go kind of quickly, this actually kind of moves. So this is actually in the normal mode, and I'm sure if you put it into sport mode, let's see how it goes actually now. Oh yeah, there's a bit more aggression for sure, and it kind of goes a little bit quicker when you actually put your foot on the brake. On the acceleration, actually. Alright guys, that completes for the review for the Toyota Highlander 2024 edition in the magnetic gray metallic. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and it does help me out kind of grow. So if you guys like the video, of course, subscribe, and as usual, maybe there's bloopers at the end, maybe there isn't, but if you stay till the end, I really thank you for that. So again, thank you. Until next time.